Welcome to Gerald Khalil's Conversation Piece. I share my thoughts on social content, sports, politics, and entertainment. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So yesterday, the Browns lost to the Dolphins 20-3. I think Barry Stefanski and crew need to give up on the Dorian Thompson-Robinson experiment because he's just not the answer at quarterback. He has no composure in the pocket. He threw for just 170 yards. He threw an interception and lost a fumble. Jerry Jeudy had 12 receptions for 94 yards. The running game was anemic. The defense allowed Dolphin quarterback Tyler Huntley to throw for 225 yards, with 105 of them to Tyreek Hill. And also, I want to mention that Myles Garrett had 2 sacks. So earlier this week, for the third time in 3 seasons, the Browns restructured Deshaun Watson's contract. Now, this was designed to lessen Watson's cap charge in future years while keeping his fully guaranteed money intact. The restructure adds a new year to the existing contract, but with no new money, and it gives the Browns the ability to field a competitive roster in 2025 and beyond. Now, Watson has $46 million due to him over the next 2 years, which will complete the $230 million contract that he signed in 2022. Now, this deal will also provide the Browns with an easier, less financially painful path out of the Watson contract following the 2025 season if they wish to part ways. Now, Watson will probably begin next season on the PUP list as he recovers from an Achilles injury. Now, last week, I posted a video on Myles Garrett where after the season finale, he planned to talk to the front office on the direction of the team going forward. Now, Joe Bitonio has said that if the team couldn't prove that they'll be competitive next season, and I'm paraphrasing here, that he would retire. Let's listen to what he had to say, and I'll come back and give you my thoughts. This is courtesy of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show.
I want to, the goal now, like you're in year 11, year 12, like you want to try and win games. Like it's hard to go out there and go have 3 wins right now. Like that's been tough. Like it's tough on your body. Like you just don't feel as good on Monday when you're losing games. So it's part of the process, and you'd love to hear what the plan is, going forward, and kind of see where we're at, see how much winning you can do. I don't know specifically with Joe Thomas, but he was like in the start/middle of a rebuild when he was retiring, and I don't know if that played a factor or if he was just done anyway. But you see that sometimes with guys where it's like, what do they have, coming back and stuff like that. But that's all stuff I'm going to worry about in the off season. Right now, I got a game to play, and we got to lock in because they have some good players up front.
Okay, here's my thoughts. If the season ended today, the Browns would have the 3rd pick in the draft, the number 3. New England would have the number 1 pick, followed by Tennessee. Now, it is conceivable that the Browns could end up with one of the top 2 quarterbacks in the draft. Now, there's a lot of folks who are feeling that if you have the opportunity to grab one of the top 2 quarterbacks, that is, you grab them. You may not, be able to ever have this opportunity again. And while that is, very sound thinking, we're talking about the Browns here. And my feelings is to trade down, right? Because you don't want to reach for a quarterback if you are not confident in those quarterbacks and, drafting a quarterback for the sake of drafting a quarterback. Now, would that signal a rebuild? Now, maybe you could convince Garrett and Bitonio that it isn't by signing some bridge quarterback, whether it's Jameis Winston or Kirk Cousins or whomever. But, because the offensive line, it really needs to be rebuilt anyway. And you don't want to put a rookie quarterback behind the line as it's currently constructed. And with that said, I think they should part with Batonio anyway. He's well in his 30s, and he's been getting injured often. Now, I wouldn't trade Garrett under any circumstances. But let's say the Browns decide to go quarterback with their pick, and they end up with the number 1 pick, because it can happen. Shedeur Sanders, he would probably be the consensus number 1 pick. And he probably wouldn't want to go to Cleveland. So this is what I'm saying. The Browns should just do their due diligence, trade the pick, move down the draft, and try to pick up another first. And I mean, we have too many holes to fill anyway. Or just go number 1 Travis Hunter. That can fill 2 holes, quarterback, cornerback, and receiver. But usually the quarterbacks go first. And with all of these options to consider, it's so unfortunate that this organization does not have a good reputation when it comes to selecting and developing players. But we'll see what happens in the upcoming weeks and months. So tell me what you think in the comment section. What should the Browns do if they end up picking in the top 3 of the draft? Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next one.